Harry, is that you? I think I hear you in the background. What's going on? I didn't even know I hit that shit.
that it's showing on screen in
Harry! I hear you! Harry! Harry! Harry's mom? Who's there? Who's there? Can't believe I missed that. Hello? Harry! I can hear him. Howdy, there you are! Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. Let me put my headphones on. Hello?
There you are!
Holy shit, dude! I didn't even know you were on.
I know! It was a secret! It was a secret, but I got it really late. I don't know if I have any Warzone for me, but I can surely play some Rocket. If you're up for some ridiculous Rocket.
I'm okay.
Oh, what? I am already playing Rocket now. Streaming.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. Get it.
Yeah, man. I was gonna stream VR, but my buddy took off. So I just started watching some stuff on some UFOs and shit.
I was gonna say I could hear something in the background, but I can't tell what it was.
Yeah. Unidentified aerial phenomena. It's kind of been my thing lately. We're gonna be seeing a lot more stuff come out. Hopefully. Oh man, if we figure out how these things work, we could do flying anything. It doesn't matter the shape. You could have a flying high-fry like vehicle. Flying high-fry vehicle.
Oh, I missed. Yes. Ah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's
Shit's so cool. I feel like we're getting a helping hand. Like some other civilization that's been observing us, they're like, hey, you guys better chill the fuck out. Don't make us come down there.
Fuck.
That's the kind of vibe I get. They're like, don't make us come down there.
Put on some George Norrie shit right here.
What is that? Who is that?
Oh, he's like I think it's a national for a national, like he's not really like, he was basically like a conspiracy guy. Like he would do
Oh,
that, like
nice.
not just UFOs, but like literally.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like Bigfoot, UFOs. I mean, Rocketman.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like a radio guy.
Who was the other guy that was real famous for doing that on the radio?
Oh.
He used to have people call in and talk about their experiences.
Yeah, that's probably Phil's story show.
Okay. Was it called something else though?
Yeah, he had there was a name for it. Can't remember. Late? I don't even know if he's still on the air.
Yeah, man.
It's fine.
We have to get it out there that the shit's real. We got to get people comfortable with that idea before we start talking about aliens. Let's start with the craft first. Like, I've always liked science and stuff. So, like, just thinking about that, we have so much more to look forward to as far as physics and stuff. It's pretty cool. That's rad as fuck. That gives me, like, a lot of hope for the future. Like, shit's gonna get crazy.
If you think about it, it already has.
Yeah, we've been living in the beginning.
20 years, it's crazy how much things are. Not even.
Yeah. I can't wait for the day I wipe my ass with my 3090. My phone has a 3090 in it. That's not too far away. But I think VR is going to get better, and more people are going to get on it. And there's a philosophical aspect that you learn from VR, and just more people need to feel that. They need to experience that.
Have you ever seen the show Battlestar Galactica?
Not really, no.
Like,
But of course I know what it is.
the newer one.
No, I haven't seen any of it.
Sci-fi 2000. It's really good, but aside from that, which deals with all those things, they made a prequel series that kind of like set up why that happened, like why what happened, and it's called Catholic stuff, and it got canceled before it came through. But it's like maybe 2 or 3 seasons, and it actually is really good, and it's all about exactly that, like technology, like where it starts to get to the point where it's made either spin out of control or not. And, part of it is virtual reality, basically. I forgot what they call it, but it's like basically their version of the Matrix, where everything, it's so real that people like get sucked into it and they can't like unplug.
Yeah,
And then
I
coupled with, like,
see
AI,
that.
it's ridiculous. And what all
I see that happening, dude. 100%. That's the path we're on, like the trajectory. And even with like people building robots, making them better with AI, you know, like we're gonna have humanoid things in the future.
Yeah, it is.
Eventually we'll mold together. So that's the goal, right? Like we build a robot that's as good as or better than, you know, it's like a host, and then, you know, we just somehow in the future we'll blend the two. We'll be biomechanic and stuff. gonna be interesting. I mean, Elon Musk wants to put a chip in our head.
What about Bill Gates?
One of them, they're on a race
they
or
both
something.
do those psychos.
Yeah.
Unless you
Humanity,
want
for all of humanity, has been like, never. The government's trying to put a chip in your head. And then Elon Musk and Bill Gates are like, hey, we're trying to put a chip in your head.
yeah.
I always, from what I understood, like the data that they collect from, say, like social media, like Facebook, I think they're using it to help program AI.
Oh, for sure.
Or they use, yeah.
Yeah, have
they're
you
like
ever seen
funnels.
those stories about like the AI where they're like, yeah, we basically where they use AI to like write stories and stuff like that, where they tell AI like, here's what you need to do, and it bases obviously what it knows off of like the internet and social media. So some of the shit that it comes up with, it's rudimentary, and some of it is decent, but it's scary that it's using basically all that information to like find, okay, what makes sense, what words couple together, what are people talking about that I should say as well. It's creepy sometimes. Damn.
Do you know what they do you know what they say about these UAPs? That they're often seen around like high-level government sites. Like, particularly, they're interested in our nuclear capabilities. And there have even been reports of the nuclear system arming itself while one of these things was present, and then turning itself off when it left, as if it was telling us, like, hey, we know how your shit works. Look, we could fucking turn it on, turn it off at our fucking pleasure, I think if you're advanced enough to travel interdimensionally, you can see, like, like, they're probably seeing how computers connect on a fucking molecular level, like, passwords don't mean anything to shit like that.
Yeah, they're like, dude, you guys are like fucking kids playing in a sandbox. It's pathetic.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think we're at the point now where if they were trying to reveal themselves, I think people are a little bit more comfortable with that idea. Like, it could be a point in evolution where, like, they're like, okay, we can, they won't blow their heads off if we make ourselves apparent, or kill each other or whatever. And I just wanted to say, if they're listening, no, we're not ready. We're not ready. No, I've always thought that if people knew that this shit was real, that it would change things for the better. That's it would be bad at first, but that's like how things go. Like, things always get bad before they get better. But after the first blush, like, I think humanity would have no choice but to start coming together. Because if we don't, I'm pretty sure these things could just like wipe us out if they wanted, or like, make us incapable. And if they can manipulate gravity like that, we're fucked. But I don't know. I don't think they're hostile. You know, like I don't think their goal is to harm us.
Well, if they are, I just hope that they're similar to the science aliens. The alien things.
Well, shit, dude. Maybe they can't breathe oxygen like we do, so we're safe. You know, like just go outside and you'll be safe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they breathe something else. I don't know. You know what I was thinking about earlier? So, like, there's reports of, like, cattle, what do they call it? Cattle decapitation? Or cattle mutilation. Mutilation, that's the word. Yeah. So, there's been reports of that, and, like, you know, they describe it as, like a very precise tool did this, you know, stuff like that. And they often say, like, there's no blood left behind. And it just made me think, like these things have to eat, right? Like, everyone eats. Like, you can't just not eat. So I wonder if, like, they eat off of these. That's the imprint they leave behind. Like, they eat off of these animals or something. I don't know. That was just, like, something I was kind of just like, they gotta eat. Everyone eats. So I wonder, they're either studying our food, but I mean, you would only need to do that one time to study it. You wouldn't need to keep doing it. So I'm wondering if they use it or something. But I don't know. That's me connected that stuff.
Fuck! I suck
I keep seeing this pattern too with all the videos that I've seen, all the footage. Like, a bright glow will happen before it disappears. And this happens with all the different kinds of crafts, because there's different shapes and stuff. But, like, every footage, it shows a glow, and then boop, they just disappear, right? I think that's when they're opening the wormhole. I think that's what we see, the glow. I think they're traveling interdimensionally. And that glow is a wormhole of some sort, a tear. But in Italy, I think it was, they take this shit real serious. Like, they have their own branch, or not a branch, but like their own section in government dedicated to this stuff. Italy. And
That's
they actually...
It's like, does Italy do anything for anything? Like, does Italy even have a military? No offense to the Italian, God knows what you have, Navy? Army? But I can't imagine.
I think they have grapes.
They have grapes.
Yeah, man. Don't they have wine? What is rubber?
Wow.
So check this out. Somewhat recently, they shared a full, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, everything they had documented on UFOs and stuff related to UFOs. They had it all, like, thoroughly documented and graphed and stuff like that. But they recently shared this information with us, like with the United States. Because the United States is actually late to the party, like with most things. yeah. There's there is a report of one of these crafts shooting a beam at a helicopter and taking it down with an electromagnetic pulse. Like it. What's crazy is that this helicopter was gonna go look for them, and what's even crazier is that there's photographic evidence of this, both of the craft following the helicopter and also of the damage, which they actually fucking showed, dude. I can't believe they showed it on the History Channel of all places. But I'll bring it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. He was a senior Navy official in the Italian government.
You have it. Why not get a castle? Yeah, I would have a feeling you'd be screwed. There is something else with that in there. I mean, you would think if they were going to mess with us already, they would have. But
Well, I mean, you can almost like start to wonder if they have. Like,
or kind of like you think that they look at us kind of like you look at like monkeys, you know, like apes and shit.
yeah,
We're like, yeah, they're
exactly.
semi-step right now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing that we wouldn't like bother to fuck with, you know.
Well, I think they're curious about us. I don't think they know what we are. I think they had to kind of figure it out, but I think they're studying us. Like, we will study another civilization too. They're in that phase too. I don't know if this has happened before or it's just an ongoing thing, but yeah, I don't know. Apparently they like what they see because they're coming back, you know. It could be under wraps that they're actually farming the planet for its resources and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, here's the thing. If this happened to be true, they're not going to tell us that. Like, we're not going to know because that's like, that would be, you know, when it comes to sensitive stuff like that, like, we'll never know that shit. But there's lots of different crafts. There's not just one shape. There's lots of different shapes. Like, think about how many different shapes of cars there are. Like, just like there's a variety of cars, there's a variety of these, you know, UAPs. And some look like they would be carrying something, you know? I've heard some of these people refer to them as payloads, and they say that's when it becomes a governmental issue. That's when they like take action, because then it becomes a threat, you know. So even just hearing that, it gives you the feeling that like they recognize that these different types of ships have different jobs and they're all doing different things. Yeah, I get that feeling a little bit too, just from watching all the different videos. Like I see some that look like probes, like they're just kind of like scanning maybe like the air, the atmosphere or something, maybe like scanning the surface of the earth or whatever, you know, taking in all the data. And then you see some that are like bigger, like that they're supposed to be carrying stuff. Maybe not like them, maybe not people, but just kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, of course there's some that are like really big, but like it's hard to fucking fathom. It's for some reason easier to fathom little tiny ships rather than one giant big one, but like there have been reports, and I'm sure there's video, it's just we haven't seen it yet, of like giant ships, like big size ones. But, yeah, man, I want to see one just to blow my mind. Like, I want my mind to be blown.
Area 51. You're close.
I'm not gonna get shot. You know?
I mean, there's plenty
Remember?
of spots outside of Area 51 you can hang
Shit.
out.
Well, here's the thing. You can see these UAPs. There's hotspots. Apparently, San Diego is one of them.
I feel like I've heard that. Because I
Yeah.
feel like Mexico City is another one.
Wait, here's the thing, Hi-Fry. Global. There's global hotspots. So, like, there's some off the coast of Florida, and then once you start getting into other parts of the world, it's like, yeah, you can actually count on seeing these things now. So it's finally gotten to the point where this is no longer a secret, and it can't be a secret because like there's just too much evidence out there. Like, everyone can't be saying the same thing, like in different languages without having ever met or seen, you know, being influenced by each other. Like, people across the world are saying the same shit, and there's reports from like when the printing press was invented, that era of people reporting and describing the same exact shit they're seeing now. Like, these people should be vindicated, but, you know, they're fucking dead. Like, it makes you wonder if the people who have been in contact, like, if they're actually fucking telling the truth. Like, these people who have had contact, they all show signs of radiation damage to the body. So is that a coincidence? I don't know, man. But I try to stick to the craft because that's somehow easier for people to comprehend than start talking about aliens.
I mean, if there's UFOs, there's something flying.
Right. But see, here's the thing, like, something could be piloting it from a different place. Like, I mean, they could be doing that too, you know, as well, but like, yeah, it could be like a drone, but like an alien drone. Like, the mothership could be, you know, they say that these things go in the ocean. From what I've heard, what I kind of pieced together is that, like, maybe the temperature down at the bottom of the ocean is more accustomed to wherever they're from, because it's hot down there once you get close to the bottom. And the crafts themselves, they call them intermedium, which it goes through air and water like it's nothing, because you're controlling gravity, the space around you. Like, water doesn't mean shit, you know? So there's plenty of evidence out there from our military that these things are going in the water. And, you know, that's why I think that some of them are drones, but, like, you know, for the fucking whatever these things are. We have apparently like some of the best radar systems in the water, but like all that information is classified because it has to do with our, you know, military capabilities. But that's the kind of stuff we're hoping to see some stuff come out into light. More information about what's going on under the water, because obviously not any human could just go look under the ocean. Like, only our military and, you know, stuff like people like that they have access to. So of course they control the information, but there's this new legislator passed, and the whole reason why, like, I'm starting to like talk about this shit more, but there was this new thing that passed where if people have information about UFOs and it's maybe like something they've worked with, like in the government, that they could come out and say, you know, divulge information that would otherwise be classified without consequence. Like, that's the whole reason they made this law, was to protect people for coming out and speaking about this stuff who would otherwise be condemned for, you know, exposing classified information. So we're living day to day, like, just hoping people like start coming out, you know. It's gonna be like one of those things, I think, where you see like one guy's gonna do it, there's gonna be a big reaction, and then it's gonna encourage other people to come out, and we'll just slowly experience this mountain fall of like intelligence that they've kind of been hiding, you know? Guess who's on that committee? Who passed that legislature? Tom DeLonge of Blink-182.
Blink-182, you say?
Tom DeLonge. Yeah. Can you believe that shit? Isn't that funny? I just like throwing that out there. After I blow people's minds, just like, oh yeah, By the way, Tom DeLonge helped do this shit. Yeah, there's plenty of military footage out there right now. I mean, it's been relatively new as far as like when it's been released, but this shit was captured like early 2000s. But I mean, even if they kept that shit secret, all the government stuff, like with all the stuff that's coming out just from human, like people have cell phones now, you know, it's easier to capture stuff. Like they can't stop that information from getting out. Like everyone has a cell phone, but
Yep.
they can control it once it's out. But like once it's out, it's out. But there's so much of this shit happening that it's like undeniable now. It's like everyone has questions, and the government knows more than they're letting on, and like this whole thing is about information. Like we just want to know the truth. That's it. You know, how we react is how we react. And, like everyone deserves to know, like if we're alone, if a civilization has been visiting us, like we of course deserve to know that. It would change humanity forever. The whole world would be different. I think it'd be bad at first, just because people are, you know, they don't. It's hard enough to get people to react or to get used to change as it is. Like it takes people a long time to get accustomed to change. And I honestly think that like this, whatever's visiting us, I think they know it. I think they know that. I think maybe they've done it before and seen what happens when they just unveil themselves to the whole general population. Like maybe a bad situation does occur. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you were studying humans, like I think you would be able to see how fucking flighty they are. You know, how sketchy they are. Yeah, so that podcast I sent you the link to,
Yeah.
that's the basis of, like, you know how they say the snowball effect? That's like the beginning of the snowball, that interview right there. Because that guy used to work at a site at Area 51. It was a different site than Area 51, but you know, out there, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was trying to back engineer a UFO that they had, and apparently they had like 9 that he saw. Like there's like 9 crafts, and they're all different, but he got to only work on one, and he was just one of the guys that was brought in to try to figure out how these things work, and he was exposed to like just alien technology, you know. but this guy says that like anti-gravity is real, and like they have it over at this secret site. They're in possession of these crafts and stuff, but they've gotten to learn how to use them over time. Like they can actually, move around and shit. Like we know, like we can make it function, but we still don't know like how it works like internally. Like, it's using some way advanced stuff that we can't even fucking comprehend. But yeah, he describes the craft and the way that they move, and this interview was like years ago, right? But since then, they've declassified some stuff or let out to the public that like video that fully supported what this guy was saying. Like this guy was legit. He really did work on these crafts. But like the characteristics in which he described how they move, like we're seeing it now, like on video, and I don't know. It proves that everything that this guy was saying was factual, and like he doesn't overemphasize or embellish or anything like that. He only talks about the stuff that he knows, the stuff that he worked on. He doesn't try to get into other aspects of it, of the craft, because apparently different people work on different parts of the craft, and everyone's trying to reverse engineer this shit, and they do it compartmentally, like it's not connected, so no one could spill secrets to someone working on a different part. Like that's where the government controls that information, But anyways, this guy took it upon himself to let it be known that we have been visited, and that we're in possession of craft from other civilizations, and of course the government tries to like wipe out his existence and shit. Like this guy has no more medical history, and he doesn't have his birth certificate anymore, like stuff like that.
They don't just disappear.
But vindication, man. It's coming out that this guy is legit, and what he was saying was true. And yeah, like once you know that, once you have that piece of the puzzle, now when you see videos of UFO, now you can pick which ones were actually real from like history of shitty camera footage and all that. Because if they act in the way that we have documented on fucking military radar, then it was probably fucking real. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I think whatever they are, I think they're waiting for us to get smart enough to be able to comprehend that there's more out there, a lot more.
Oh.
But I don't get hostile vibes. I think they're curious. I think they want to help us out.
Yeah.
There's documented stuff about these crafts actually landing and like interacting with children at schools and the staff. One happened in Africa, I think, and another one happened in, fuck, I forget where the other one was. It might have been Colombia. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't really know. But yeah, like all the kids, all the teachers, everyone saw this thing, and they all describe it the same exact way. They all draw the same exact shapes of the ship, whatever it was, and they all describe that this thing communicated telepathically and that it put images in their head. But yeah, they talked about like the images, what they saw, and it was basically like the destruction of Earth, and that we have to stop living the way we are because we're killing the planet. But like that's what an alien would say, you know, like, hey, you guys are fucking your shit up. You're gonna fucking wipe yourselves out. Something like that, you know. I don't think they are nefarious like we are. Like we think in ways of war and altercation and shit. Like, what does an advanced civilization have against us? Like, we're not out here picking fights with ants, are we? Like,
I mean, in my art.
well, that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to get us from fucking shit up by stopping with the nukes, because apparently our nukes are a concern to them. That's the vibe I get. I don't know if that's a fact, but something with the nukes. But you think of what a nuke is, like we're splitting atoms, right?
Yeah.
We're splitting atoms. So maybe that kind of shit is felt in different, like our neighboring dimensions. Because gravity actually mathematically goes across different dimensions. But that's like quantum physics and shit, from my understanding. But yeah, anyone who has come into contact with these things, they all say that they communicated with them telepathically. I think that's fucking right. And apparently there's a part, like there's a study that has studied the brains of these people. Like, that was under our government. Like, they actually studied the brains of these people. So it was at least enough of a concern to, you know, peek into that aspect of it. I think they found a pattern between the people, but I don't remember the information enough to retell it. But they did say that there was something that they all had in common that was extremely rare outside of this group who supposedly had contact. But like, there's other instances of people like seeing craft and, you know, seeing the light and then waking up somewhere else. You know, there's plenty of that too. But like, they have like phantom visions of like being in a craft or whatever, talking with aliens or whatever. But like, it sounds like these beings, if that's what they are, it sounds like they have the power to just make us go unconscious like pretty easily, relatively easily. So if they've ever done like experiments on us, like we would never fucking know. We would have been out. It just makes you wonder, like all those people who have ever told those stories, Makes you wonder if they were actually telling the truth. You know?
What about the ones where people get left with something like if there's something like implanted in their body, like
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. I saw a little bit of that too. I just if this is true, I think we're just being studied. We're like our planet, us, what we act, what we eat, how we interact with each other. If we're dangerous, they really want to know that. And I think the reason why they visit schools is because they're the safe. They recognize that they're safe to land and like. Well, yeah, exactly. Because this happened in different countries. But yeah, if you're that advanced, you can see who's fucking docile, who's safe, who's not gonna try to kill you. And then of course what happens after these things leave? Who shows up? Black mark government. They take readings of the area and then they leave. So it's like we know that they're visiting. It's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, so apparently, like, kind of what's the hap, what's new is that the government really doesn't like secret programs, and you know this whole thing's coming out where like whatever's getting funding needs to come out, like, you know, of the shadows, like. It's just crazy. It makes you rethink how government actually works.
that might be an accident.
Yeah, thank you. That's very good. It's designed for everyone to keep everyone else in check. So things aren't as like, it's like almost impossible for the government to conspire against someone or people, because it's designed to stop that kind of shit. You have to go through people to get shit. So, you know, how do you need it? Of course you do. I don't need to tell you that. But because of that, shit gets buried. Like all this UFO stuff, it's been reported by pilots, by Navy. It's been reported, and all it does is get hushed away. The information might not even ever make it out of the room that they tell their officer, and you know, like it's that dismissed. But like, no, and obviously not all of it. Like, it's coming out that they have always taken this shit seriously, and that we don't know what it is, or maybe they do know what it is, but they're scared to tell us. You know, like they don't want to just come out and say aliens because people will fucking start blowing their heads off and shit. But what I see right now is more and more stuff coming out. Like declassified stuff. Hopefully we see more people come out of the woodwork. It would really help.
Shit, this might be my last game. Let's try out this one. We gotta do some Warzone for sure tomorrow.
Yeah, man. So I queued up when we met with the Italian people who handle UFOs over there. I linked it up in Steam. But they actually show the fucking photograph. I didn't think they would ever show something like that on TV. Which just makes me hopeful. It makes me optimistic that they're gonna be doing more shit like this.
Damn! Alright, what's your favorite alien sci-fi movie?
I mean, I like space movies. I don't know about like alien sci-fi. Like
anything.
Interstellar was kind of like that.
Is that Matthew?
Yeah. I think it's one of the best movies ever made, to be honest.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's really fucking good. Yeah.
That kind of
Yeah, it's fucking good, man. Everyone should see that movie. 2001 is pretty good too. The one with I think it was called The Martian. The one with Matt Damon.
Yeah. That, I think that is.
Yeah, The Martian. Dude, that movie's awesome. If you haven't seen The Martian, check out The
I
Martian.
think I have. I don't know if I like it. Is that the one where he goes to Mars, like basically like before everyone else? Like it's like a mission to Mars type thing. But he's amongst the first one that has to get set up.
I honestly I don't remember. But Interstellar's awesome. It actually features a little cameo by Matt Damon, and he's in a space, an astronaut suit. So I like to think those movies are related somehow.
I think Signs is fantastic, but actual alien movie, like it takes place in space. I just watched one that was on Netflix, I think. That sounds familiar. And it has famous people in it. I just can't remember who. So, one of them is Ryan Reynolds, but it's kind of like an Alien, like the classic Alien movie.
Yeah.
It's like they find something, and they take it on board, and chaos ensues. I do like the original Alien. I very much like Starship